Hey everyone, Nigel and Luke here, and welcome to another edition of Crimes of the Week International. Before we get to today's video, we're excited to announce that our official Patreon page is now live. Patrons will receive exclusive extended editions of each one of our Crimes of the Week and Crimes of the Week International videos. So if you want even more crime news coverage, head over to patreon.com/crimezone.
A smash-and-grab case involving a vehicle in the Argentine city of Cordoba took a bizarre turn this week after security camera footage of the incident revealed that the suspect had escaped on horseback. According to reports, the incident took place on the afternoon of August 7th in the Altos de General Paz neighborhood of the city. In the video, the suspect could be seen using a rock to try to smash the back driver's seat window of the vehicle parked on the street. When his first attempt failed, he grabbed a bigger rock, finally smashing the window and gaining access to the child's car seat that was the apparent target of his theft. With the car seat in hand, the suspect quickly fled and was captured on a second security camera, jumping onto a horse before making his escape. Images of the simultaneously concerning and amusing heist have been making the rounds on social media ever since, prompting some to liken the case to something out of the Old West. At the time of this recording, it is unclear if the suspect has been identified or if the stolen car seat was ever tracked down.
Authorities in the Indian state of Madhya Pradesh say that 6 people have been arrested this week following an extortion scheme that was allegedly inspired by a popular Bollywood movie. According to reports, the incident began when the 6 suspects raided the offices of Jack Pin Breweries in the town of Nowgong around 8 in the morning on August 6th. The men were posing as officers from the Central Bureau of Investigation, or CBI, India's top investigative agency. At least 2 of them were wearing full police uniforms and were carrying holstered handguns. The men proceeded to tell the company's owner, Nikhil Bansal, that they were there to take action in connection with a case that they were investigating from last year in the Aligarh district of Uttar Pradesh. Bansal told the men that he had never supplied any alcohol to that district, nor had he done any business in Uttar Pradesh, but the men insisted that he had failed to appear for a summons for questioning. After making further legal threats against Bansal and his workers, the suspects searched through the offices, taking 200,000 rupees, or approximately $2,700 US in cash. They then left, taking the business's surveillance camera recordings with them. Believing that the men weren't who they said they were, Bansal reported the incident to local police, who confirmed that he had been the victim of a crime. The 6 men were soon rounded up, and at the time of their arrest, 2 guns, several police uniforms, fake IDs, forged documents, and the stolen money and surveillance recordings were found in their possession. The men admitted that they had taken inspiration for their crime from the hit movie Special 26, in which a group of men disguised as CBI officers conduct fake raids at businesses to steal money and valuables. At the time of this recording, authorities are currently working to figure out if the gang had targeted other businesses before being caught.
Police in Italy say that they launched an investigation this week after a disturbing letter to the Pope was intercepted at a mail sorting facility near Milan. The discovery took place in the early morning hours of Monday, August 9th, at a facility in the suburb of Peschiera Borromeo. The letter contained 3 bullets, along with a message referencing the Vatican's financial operations. It was not addressed to the Catholic leader by name, but instead simply listed and addressed and said, "The Pope." At the current time, few other details about the letter have been revealed, other than the fact that it is believed to have come from France, and that the bullets in question were 9mm Flaubert round bullets. According to the information we could find, these rounds are often used in weapons designed for pest control, and usually are not heavily restricted in Europe due to the fact that they have limited power and range when fired. At the time of this recording, the Vatican has not yet commented on the matter.
The family of a young Ethiopian groom are in mourning this week after he was found dead under suspicious circumstances just days after his wedding. According to reports, when 28-year-old Gemekis Mosisa and his girlfriend got married on August 1st, there was no sign that anything was wrong. The young nurse posted a message to Facebook announcing the wedding, followed by pictures of the colorful church ceremony. However, things took a dark turn when Mosisa left his house later that day and didn't return. He was expected at a reception at his in-laws' house, but never arrived. Family quickly reported him missing, and a search was organized. Sadly, his body was discovered 2 days later in a small lake on the outskirts of his hometown. His jacket was found hanging on a tree nearby, and valuables, including a watch and a ring, were also recovered. Though few additional details are known at the time of this recording, it appears that investigators believe the death was no accident. A total of 6 people have now been arrested in connection with Mosisa's death, including his new bride. While no official motive has been released, some reports we were able to find have suggested that the wife may have orchestrated the killing because she stood to benefit from her new husband's inheritance.
Authorities in East London say that a 45-year-old father of 3 is dead this week after he was the victim of a brutal stabbing attack outside of his home. According to reports, the incident began at around 6:20 p.m. on August 9th, when James Markham confronted a group of teenagers on Churchill Terrace in the area of Chingford. Sources differ on what started the confrontation, with some saying that the teens were simply causing a disturbance, while others say that they were harassing Markham's 17-year-old daughter. However, what's known for sure is that when Markham approached the group, he was violently attacked and stabbed multiple times. Sadly, by the time help arrived, it was too late, and Markham was pronounced dead at the scene. A post-mortem examination revealed that the fatal stab wound was to Markham's lung. Following the terrifying attack, 2 unnamed boys, both 14 years old, were arrested in connection with the case. The first was arrested on suspicion of murder, while the second was arrested on conspiracy to commit murder. Markham's wife Candace and some of her neighbors alleged that this was not the first time that the teams had caused trouble in the area, and that they could frequently be seen smashing bottles in the street. Candace also claims that the boys were swinging around metal poles at the time her husband went to confront them. Police are still investigating the crime and are asking anyone with information about the case to come forward. At the time of this recording, the 2 suspects remain in custody.
A 20-year-old Western Australian woman told local media this week that she credits her family dog with saving her after she narrowly avoided being the victim of a terrifying home invasion. According to reports, the incident took place on August 2nd, when Allie Holdcroft was home alone at her residence in Byford, a suburb on the southeastern edge of Perth. She became concerned after hearing her dog Harley barking outside in the yard, and decided to go investigate. While checking on Harley, Holdcroft quickly learned what was bothering him: a masked man and woman who were holding hammers and trying to sneak to the back of the house. Holdcroft claims that upon making the shocking discovery, the 2 would-be intruders attempted to get her to keep quiet before the woman lunged at her with one of the hammers. That's when Holdcroft sprinted for her life. The encounter was enough to also spook the masked criminals, who quickly retreated to their maroon Holden sedan and took off. Holdcroft was able to take a picture before the vehicle sped away. Chillingly, the 20-year-old said that she later discovered zip ties that the pair had left behind in her yard, suggesting that things could have ended up a lot worse for her. She said that if she hadn't been alerted by Harley, the unknown man and woman probably would have made it inside, and she would have been trapped in her bedroom. Police say that they are currently investigating the situation, but at the time of this recording, the pair of masked criminals have yet to be caught or identified.
Authorities on the popular Thai resort island of Phuket say that a local 27-year-old man has been arrested this week following the murder of a Swiss tourist. According to reports, the body of 57-year-old Nicole Savon Weisskopf was found near a secluded waterfall on August 5th, 2 days after she had last been seen alive. She had arrived on the island on July 13th as part of a Phuket Sandbox pilot project, a program allowing fully vaccinated tourists to come to Phuket so long as they stay there for 2 weeks. The project is an attempt to revitalize the island's tourism economy, which has been struggling due to ongoing pandemic-related restrictions. At a press conference on August 8th, the suspect, Tirawat Tortip, admitted to robbing and killing Nicole. He said that on August 3rd, he had been out searching for rare plants in the forest but had been unsuccessful. He spotted the Swiss tourists on the way back and said that he strangled her from behind in order to steal 300 baht, or approximately $9 US, from her. He said that the crime was out of desperation because he had not been able to find any work due to the island's ongoing hardships. Police say that they determined Tortip was the culprit using CCTV footage captured in the area. He was found to have scratches and bruises on his body at the time of his arrest. However, at the time of this recording, Nicole's cause of death has not yet been confirmed, and an autopsy has not yet been released by authorities.
Representatives from Tokyo's Metropolitan Police Department say that a 36-year-old man is in custody this week following a terrifying knife attack aboard a commuter train. According to reports, the incident began around 8:30 p.m. on August 6th on a 10-carriage express train traveling in Tokyo's Setagaya Ward towards Shinjuku. That's when Yusuke Tsushima pulled out a long chef's knife and began to stab people on board. The alarming scene caused a panic on the train, which was carrying roughly 400 passengers. It was brought to a halt after the driver heard the commotion coming from the train cars. A total of 10 people were injured in the attack, either from stab wounds or while fleeing for their lives. The most seriously injured victim is said to be a 20-year-old university student who sustained multiple wounds to her back and chest. In the chaos, Tsushima managed to flee the train on a stolen bicycle without getting caught. He was captured sometime early the next morning when he walked into a convenience store in Suganami Ward and told the worker there that he was the person on the news that people were looking for, and that he was tired of running. The disturbing revelations only continued when Tsushima was taken into custody on suspicion of attempted murder, as he was allegedly more than happy to tell authorities about details of the attack, as well as other plans that he had considered. He told police that the crime had been prompted by years of personal problems with relationships and being rejected during online dating, saying that he wanted to kill happy-looking women and couples. He said that he targeted the 20-year-old woman in particular because she looked like a winner in life. Tsushima also claimed that he had chosen the express train because he knew there were fewer stops, and that it would be at least 8 minutes before his victims could escape once he decided to attack. He said that he brought cooking oil which he spread on the floor and attempted to light, but could not get it to set on fire. He said that he was disappointed that no one had died. Other chilling confessions included alleged plans to bomb Japan's famous Shibuya crossing, as well as another attack that he had decided not to go through on the very same day as the train stabbing. He said that he had been caught shoplifting at a grocery store earlier that day, and said that he initially wanted to go back and kill the female clerk that had called police. He decided to abandon that plan because it was too close to closing time. That brings us to the end of this edition of Crimes of the Week International. If you're a fan of the new series, don't forget to tell us in the comment section below. While you're there, make sure to subscribe to Crime Zone for more true crime content like this, making sure to hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. Thank you for watching.